Hey guys, it's Brian with Do It Yourself Outdoors. We are finally doing video number 2 of our 223 reloading series. It's just 2 videos. First video covered depriming, sizing, trimming the case. This video is going to cover priming, charging the case, and seating the bullet. Okay, we're going to do it as quickly as possible. If you have any questions or comments, put it in the box below or email us at doityourselfoutdoors@gmail.com. Okay? So first thing is we're going to prime these cases. These cases here have already been deprimed, sized, trimmed, polished, ready to go. I like to use the RCBS hand primer. It's quick, fast, easy. Okay? The only drawback of using this primer with little primers is sometimes in the loading gate here, 2 primers will get in there. And it just does. You can't get the leverage that you need to seat the primer. Some guys like to use the table primer tools. Some guys like to use the rock chucking priming tools. I had one guy tell me that he uses a table one to make sure his primers are seated the same way every time. Use whatever you want. The primer's going to go in and stop. Period. Okay? If the primer doesn't go in all the way and stop, when your firing pin hits that primer, it may not fire off. I've got my dog out here. I've got my 2 kids, so it's kind of a hectic in the garage right now. I don't know what he's looking for, a piece of meat or something. So let's get to priming some cases. So I like to use CCI primers on these. CCI is real readily available, quick and easy to use. I don't know if you'll be able to see inside the primer tray. There's a bunch of rings on there. These rings are made there for a purpose, just not to hold your primer. I've got probably a half a dozen to a dozen primers that are flipped the wrong way. So those rings, you just shake your primer tray just slightly, real easy. Excuse me. And those rings flip your primers over for you. So now they're all facing the right side up. I've got my primers, I got my cases. I'm ready to prime. Now this priming tool, you have to put each designated shell plate per case, not caliber, per case. These shell plates are you can use them on multiple calibers, multiple shells. On your reloading die box, it will tell you what shell plate you need. This one for 223 Remington is number 10. So I got a number 10 shell plate on here. I always like to look on these 223. Some of them have the military crimp, which need to be removed. And we'll do that in a later video. We're not going to do that today. So this one's already been removed, or it didn't have it at all. So let's just go ahead and prime some of these real quick. Show you how quick and easy it is. That one's got it, so I'll put it in that box. That one's a good one. That one's a good one. See, this is quick and easy. I think this primer tool is 40 bucks, but I got it in the rock chucker kit years and years ago, and I've used it to prime everything from 223 to 300 Weatherby. It will prime pretty much anything you need it to prime. I've got my scale beeping at me. Okay, so let's prime a couple more just so you can see. Quick and easy, no problems. Also, guys that like to lube everything, do not lube this priming tool. This is a dry priming tool. Everything must be dry. Don't lube it. There's a little rod, and I'll show you right now. So we probably prime 10 there real quick and easy. Get all the primers back in the tray, and there's a little gate here you close so they don't fall out. There's a little rod here, the ram rod, that comes right out. Don't lube this or it will get stuck inside your tool. You know, it's not going to go up and down the way you need it to. So don't lube it. Now I've only got one number 10 shell plate, so let's pull it off. Boom, done. Let me put this all back together. I mean, this thing's so slick, quick and easy. Piece of cake. I always put the tube back in so I don't lose it. Roll around on the bench. I'll put the shell plate now on the rock chucker. Okay, so we've got primed cases. Let me get the unprimed cases out of our way. And Bubba's learning how to use the camera and stuff. So Bubba, when I move...
I know.
Okay. So, I've got primed cases. Now it's time to powder, okay? So, I'm going to bring one case with me. let's go over to our powder stuff. My reloading stuff's kind of cluttered because of the bigger machines. I gotta one day sit down and figure out how I'm gonna set it up. But today we're gonna use a Frankfurt Arsenal powder dispenser. I've already got my powder in here. We're using Hornady 55 grain full metal jacket tail bullets. Cheap, you can get a lot of them super cheap. Per the book, minimum charge is 20.8, maximum charge is 22.4. I like to run 22. My rifle cycle's good. Give me 1 second, I gotta get my dog. Buddy, come on, get out of there. Yeah, okay. So 22.4 is my max. I run 22 grains because my rifle cycle's at real good, okay? So, I'm using Ogden H335. This is not the standard, but I'm going to tell you, most guys running semi-automatic 223s load this powder because it's reliable. A lot of 223 powders will not cycle your bolt. It'll cycle your bolt, but it will not pick up the next round. Let me say that. So, I run H335. It's a great powder. It works phenomenal. I've got a Lyman 1200 electronic dispenser / scale unit set up, and I'm only going to use this for the electronic scale. I do have a RCBS 505 balance beam scale, but this is just way quicker and easier for me to use. If you're using a balance beam scale, cool, no problem. Use what's convenient for you. What you've always used, whatever you want to use, just so you're doing it safely and correctly, okay? So I've already put my powder in the dispenser. Like I said, I run 22 grains. Let's see where we're at here. And I like to cycle through here after I've adjusted the scale just a couple times to get it going. So right now, and I do this every time, let's go ahead and zero everything. Okay, so it doesn't say I've got 144 grains with my pan on there. Okay, so we have got 22.7 grains. Now yesterday I set this machine up and it was running 22 right on the money. So these aren't the 22.7. These aren't the most accurate things. If you're wanting to run accurate, dialed in, 22 grain every time, an electronic dispenser and scale combination is the way to go. When I run the manual dispenser like this, I check every 10 rounds. I'll load 10 cartridges, check the last one, see where I'm at. I'm at 21.8. That's perfect for me. I want 22 grains. This thing's not going to dispense 22 every time, so I'm going to run with 21.8. And like I said, I'll check it after 10, okay? So we got 21.8. And here's our case. Let's charge the case now. Boom, done. We have got a charged case. 21.8 grains of powder. I'm going to set that case there. Let's do one more just to see how dialed in this thing is for now. So the last one was 21.8. Now we're at 21.7. Remember, the minimum was 20.8, I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and charge this case. Okay, so now we got 2 cases to play with over here on the machine. Alright, so I'm going to set one case aside, and we're going to set up our die now. This die is not, I took it was set up, but I took it all apart so you can see how I do it, okay? The quickest, easiest way is to take an already loaded case, manufacturer loaded. The COL on this case, cartridge overall length, is 2.2, okay? We got our caliper right here. Our dial caliper to check everything. The quickest, easiest way for you guys to get these dies set up is the die's loose in here. Bring up your case. Bring your die down. Boom, it's touching. Bring your seating ramrod down. Your bullet seating rod. Boom, it's touching. Tighten everything up. Load a case. And go. Okay? That, start. You'll have to do some fine tweaking, of bullet depth seating and the crimp, the roll crimp on your case. But if you don't have that, I'll show you how I do it. Let's back it all up. We'll take everything out. Okay, so I've got a charged case right here. It's in my machine now. I bring it up. Okay? It just touched the case, just touched the reloading die itself. I don't want to roll crimp it yet. I don't want to screw my bullet up. So I just touched it. I haven't crimped nothing. Okay? I'm just going to bring the lock nut down just to hold it for now. Just to hold it. Make sure my ramrod's backed out. Okay, so we're touching, no crimp yet. Here's a bullet, 55 grain full metal jacket boat towel. These are just for shooting steel and punching holes. That's all they're for. They're not for hunting, nothing else. I'm going to put my bullet on my case, bring it up into the die. Now I'm going to bring my ramrod down until it touches the bullet. Okay? Now it says we need overall length is 2.2. That's what I'm shooting for. So now I just start messing with it. Bring it down, boom. Bring it down, boom. Sometimes this one needs a little screwdriver help every once in a while, so let me grab a little screwdriver. Got my screwdriver, bring it down, boom. Bring it down, boom. And then I start checking. Okay, I got a ways to go, man. I got almost a 1/4 inch to go. So we're getting closer. Real quick, guys, on these bullets that I'm using here, I'm going to get as close as I can. Okay, one more little bit. They have got a crimp ring on them. I don't know if you can see that ring. Huh?
It's almost dead.
The battery's almost dead. Are you serious?
It's in the red zone already.
Okay. So the battery's almost dead, so we're going to speed this up a little bit. So it's got a little crimp ring on there, okay? So that can help you get closer and closer. Okay, I am super close here. Alright, I think I'm right there where I want to be. Now, for your roll crimp, all you want to do is adjust your die down just very slightly. Very, very slightly until you get that crimp you're looking for. And when you're doing that, that's going to bring down your bullet seating depth as well. There it is. That's the one I want. That's the crimp I want. Boom. Tighten everything up. I'm just going to check overall length now because I think we're right there on the money. 2.203. So I'm just going to adjust this down just barely. And tighten it up. I got my wrench here. Boom. Let's load one more because the camera's just about to die. And just check it. We've got everything adjusted. We've got everything tightened down. The crimp looks awesome. The bullet looks good. 2.20, right on the money. Okay? So, we've primed, we've charged, we've seated a bullet. Your reloading process is done. Be safe, guys. This is Brian with Do It Yourself Outdoors. Thank you.